Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXC Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. All right, so trackies, another topic that I've had on my desk for a bit to discuss. Hey, I was a bit under the weather, so yeah, things have been piling up for me to talk about. But yeah, I'm ready to discuss another topic, and this particular topic pertains to the women's 4x100 meter relays. Now, I read a very interesting article a couple weeks ago written by Hubert Lawrence, talking about if Jamaica wants to retain their 4x100 meter title won back in 2021, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, then we have to prepare for said title defense, long and story short, right? So I found it very interesting that now we're hearing people writing articles about preparing, for the relays, because it can no longer stand where we're stringing together the four supposedly fastest people per trials, right? And expect them to be able to navigate baton changes without any sufficient practice heading into a global championships, right? Things are all fine and dandy when we're winning because, quote unquote, we always, typically in recent years had a set of, athletes that were typically faster than the rest. So the speed could, cover for the blunders to a certain extent. But now you're seeing where not only do the other countries have the speed as well, but they're also getting the sufficient practice in trackies, and as such, they're defeating us. And by they, I mean the United States of America. They have given us a handy beaten twice, twice in 2022, and of course in 2023 we have lost. And if you look on paper, trackies, it shouldn't be a team that Jamaica is, losing with. But with that said, trackies, what split the difference was clearly the fact that we are not getting any practice. So in this article, Hubert Lawrence outlines the fact that, listen, we have to prepare for this. Now, a few years there has been no pen relays and the world relays, but come on. This issue stemmed from before then, right? So I don't want us to be focusing on the fact that, oh, we didn't have world relays a couple years, pen relays a couple years. That's why the issue, has begun. No, it was before that, and we should have been practicing before that. Going to a one-off meet here and there, stringing together for random people that may not be a part of the team come championships will not be able to help us, right? But he did posit in this article that, considering that Brianna Williams, Elaine Thompson, Hira, Shelley and Fraser Price, Sherika Jackson, Kemba Nelson, all train in Jamaica, then what is the issue with getting these girls together, along with a few others that, people that are expected to perform well, to start this, relay practice situation happening where, so there's some practice can happen. Trackies, going into 2020, or what we're leaving, in my opinion, what we should be leaving into 2023 is this whole notion of just turning up for relays at a championship and running just because you won at a trials. I'm over it. I'm literally over it. I believe that, Jamaica is smaller. You can put one Jamaica a gazillion times, as far as I'm concerned, in one American state, right? And you mean to tell me that they can have athletes coming from all over the place, from all these different states in the United States of America, and be able to get practice, yet Jamaica can't? When we live in one tiny little island, right? 14 parishes. Come on now. These girls can get together and get the training done. The administration, it's them. They need to, again, as I always said, and I've been saying from the get-go, I've been talking about this whole relay issue, that they need to put this in place, right? Put their foot down, set a standard, and let these athletes know that there's a certain expectation if you want to participate in the relays. So turn up for the relay camp. You don't care about the team. If you, as a star athlete, do not turn up for a relay camp, then you don't care, in my opinion, about the team. And if you don't care about the team, then stay over there, because why would you want to take part, in my opinion, of a medal, potential gold medal, plus whatever you get, bonuses you get along with that, if you don't care about the team, right? The cohesion of the team. These athletes, as far as I'm concerned, need to come together. So what we're leaving into 2023, as I said, is no more relay practice saga. Get this together, J3As. Get a relay practice on board. Also, what we're leaving into 2023 is also stories of athletes that can't receive baton, can't, well, if you can't receive baton, I don't know what you did really. But what we're leaving into 2023 is athletes can't handing off baton, all sorts of different stories. Athletes can only run certain legs, yada, 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 yada. When it comes to Jamaica, all I hear is excuses. When it comes to constructing a relay team, all I hear is excuses. One athlete can only run this leg. One athlete can only do that. One athlete can only do something else. I mean, come on. If you want to take part in the relay, then you should come ready and prepare to run any leg depending on the athletes that are available. So, case in point, when we take a look at the previous American team, the one that beat us last season, I remember back in 2021, Gabby Thomas was on anchor leg. But considering that, they were putting Shakira Richards in that team, then Gabby had to fit someplace else. And no problem. Gabby was right there on the third leg. Now, I have an issue where it comes to Jamaica and our restructuring this team. It's like they're stuck into this same old structure of the team. No. Granted, last season, I'm happy they finally removed Shelly from, I don't know who on which planet thought up it would be cool to put Shelly on a third leg, but yeah, that's not where her best leg is. Put her on any straight, and that's perfect for Shelly as far as I'm concerned, right? So last season we saw the attempt to get it right. I have to give them credit for that. Unfortunately, Shelley picked up that injury there, so it didn't materialize how we were expecting it to materialize. But at least I'm seeing some effort in that regard, as it relates to structuring the team, as it relates to who best suits which leg based on their running style, right? That is the biggest factor as far as I'm concerned. And then second track is also who the pan farm, and who are run fast. If it's a case where you go at trials and trials you run and you beat a particular athlete, but clearly a next athlete has been outperforming you, leading into the championships or even at the championships when you see a heat race, then track is why me I got take out one athlete were clearly faster and put in one slower athlete? Like that to me does not make any sense as well. So I think that there are certain things that Jamaica needs to get right and be willing to do if they want to win. The problem why we're not winning is because we're not willing to make the changes, the necessary changes in order to win. America and all of these other countries are willing to make the changes in order to win. I remember last year there was a story with believe Reese Prescott from Great Britain. He was having some behavioral issues, not wanting to turn up for camp. Hasted Kofa. Great Britain cut him from the team. You know what I mean? So you have to be willing to make the sacrifices if you want the team to win. There's so many other people out there. There's a Kevona Davis. So if somebody feel like they're too better than turning up to relay camp, as far as I'm concerned, then guess what? Let's draw for Kevona. You know what I mean? Let's draw for some of the other people that are out there. We have the young Alana Reeds coming up now. We don't know. Well, not that we don't know, but there are going to be so many phenomenal athletes for that women's 100 meters come trials where we shouldn't be having issues. If it is that somebody decides that they do not want to turn up for practice, to slot somebody in. Slot somebody in and get things together so that when we turn up for that finals at the Olympic Games, then we can compete to the best of our ability, knowing that the girls have had sufficient practice in my opinion. Anyway, track is sign off in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Is this something that you want to be left in the past? And going forward, Jamaica needs to do what we need to do, right, in order to win, right? And if that means leaving off one of the top athletes because they feel they're better than, or their camp feels they're better than, heading to a relay practice, that is what should happen. Sound off in the comment section, Trackies, and let me know your thoughts. Although, you know what? Some other argument that's sacrificed. That's what we're now in. Like the video, Trackies, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.